welcome. So I would like to find out how we can get that message across to them when they come back and do this replay to understand this is not just about U6. This is about U6 starting something, but now everybody's welcome to come in. You want the ideas. You want to hear from the alumni. You want those that came before you to help you and guide you and show you things. So can you talk about that, Harold?
Yeah, I guess the best way I can explain it, and you definitely hit the nail on the head, is not about the six of us. It's about the students, the institution, and their experiences. It's kind of equivalent to, if you move up north and your family is from here, those one or two cousins that you can always call that'll answer the phone and give you, the update on everything that's going on at home and with everybody in the town. We really make an effort to try to stay, plugged in with the students and their experience at St. Aug as much as we can, just to be there for them, you know. Um, I think we all draw off of our own experiences from when we were in school, because I know a lot of what we heard while we were in school, when we would want to give our perspective to the administration, and then after graduating, it would always come down to, well, if y'all did this, or if you gave money to the Alumni Association, it was always a challenge. They were always telling us that it was something that we weren't doing to get their attention or to be heard. So finally we said, you know what? We will do what we do, put the students first, make sure that we can align ourselves with them to show them that they do have a support structure in place, for any issues or anything that they wanted to be heard, because we knew what that felt like, not being heard while we were in school. And basically, we were just trying to just fill in the cracks for some of the things that we experienced, so that the students of today and tomorrow will understand that it's a community. It's really
Now,
true.
let me ask you before I go to my next question, Devon, do you want to add something to what he said?
Yeah, I want to add a little bit to it. St. Augustine's for a hot second was under a lot of scrutiny, and St. Augustine's for a hot second went through without went through some things that basically could have hurt us. We were always there, and what I mean by that is, to Harold's point, we were classified as the under 50s. I'm the oldest member of our group, and I'm probably the only over 50 in our group. But it used to feel very alienated, and like we just felt like, well, we want to help, and maybe we don't have a check for $10,000, but we got 10,000 hours, we got 10,000 thoughts, we got 10,000 hands. You know what I mean? Like, let us do what we can do. And we knew that the culture shift had to happen from us, because like Harold said, if you don't see I'm not saying that, well, some people did the value, I shoot straight, and it is what it is. There were administrators and at the time that are no longer there, and they didn't see the value. And basically it was, join the National Alumni or you're nothing, and we're like, well, okay. So then we joined the National Alumni, then we joined the local alumni. But we understood that those alumni forums, they had their missions, but we saw a wide space that just wasn't being tended to. And I say that to say this to the people, like you said, that might have graduated in 81, 82, 85, 90. We are just Falcons. We are literally just Falcons. We are malleable. We're clay. And a lot of the times when people have said to us, well, you could have did it this way, we're like, yeah, we could have, but you also could have guided us this way, because we were willing to listen. But if the only thing you see is numbers, how much money is this person donating, how much money is that person donating, you're missing the value of the whole. And all of us part of the whole, every single one of us. So if you got a dime to give or a million to give, if you got some time to give, whatever, Students and Alumni United, specifically the organization, we want that. We want your help. And for the record, in our original campaign, we had over 100 people register. So I just want people to know this is not like just the 6 of us. No, actually, it's over 100 of us that came together over a period of time. The pandemic really put a dent in some of our movement. But the other thing I want to say is we're completely autonomous of the institution. And that's different. It is different because regardless what the institution does or does not do, as far as what they can or can't do, we're rolling.
So let me ask you a question, because you see I put a question in the chat. There's been some people let go. There's been some rumors, and so just to air it out so people know, because sometimes people may not get involved because they don't know what they get involved with. Did your organization have anything to do with any of those people that got let go at the college?
Can I answer that before anybody else does? Is that okay?
I'll piggyback off of
that. All right, first off, Students and Alumni United has never been involved with any of the institution's politics ever. Not once, not on any level. We are not a political organization. But with a capital B, members of Students and Alumni United, who are also a part of Falcons Unite, who are also a part of the foundation, which I hope we can talk about a little bit later before we close. We absolutely are vanguards. And we don't make any bones about it. Are there people that are no longer at St. Augustine's that we might have raised issue or brought some clarity? Or when I say clarity, if there was something that might have been brought to our attention that might not have been in the best regards of our institution, yeah, we raise noise. We raise noise, and we're not going to not raise noise. We're just not as loud as we used to be. We used to be very, very, very loud. Because we knew that certain individuals did not have the institution in the best place. So that's the answer to the question very directly. But I also want to say that we've been able to pivot because a lot of the things that were brought to our attention that might not have been for the best of the institution, that stuff no longer exists. But there's also a lot of rumors around us, and of course you can hear I talk. I'm always running my mouth, but there's been a lot of rumors about things that we might have said or I might have said or done. One of our other members, he's also known as sort of like a loudmouth, who wants to just burn everything down, and that's not us. D is here, Naish is here, Harold, Lamar. They are the more calming energy, and normally if we're getting out of pocket, D has no problems like checking us in real time, like real time. Like, y'all got to chill out. Naisha, if she was here, she'd do the same thing. But I wanted to say that for any of the alumni listening, any of the Falcons, you do not have to feel like you can't talk to us. You don't have to listen to the rumors. We are approachable. We have done numerous videos going back years that are in Falcons Unite that you can go and watch, and you can see everything that we said. We haven't taken those videos down. And contrary to what people believe, no one's ever come after us legally or nothing, because we have never done anything to hurt the institution. But if you do to hurt the institution and we find out about it, the first thing we do is we tell the alumni. That's what we do. That's been our thing. Guess what, everybody? This is what we found out. This is what people are doing, and it's not right.
Wow.
Then on top of that, well, no, pardon me. That's the second thing that we do. The first thing that we do, we contact the leadership of the institution. That's the first thing that we do. That has always been our methods. We've never denied that we have called out some things that did not make sense to us. And because we're autonomous of the institution, they've never been able to put the type of embargoes, when I say they, any negative energy there, have never been able to put the type of mental embargoes on people to hush them. you can't hush us in that light. And I know when I start talking like that, it sounds like, oh my gosh. And that's what makes some of the older alumni go, oh, we don't want to deal with them. But this is what I want to say to some of the older alumni. If St. Augustine's will be honest and very forthcoming about our work, all of the work, because there's a lot that we do. Please make no mistakes about it. We're giving you little parts of what we do. If they ever are to say that, you know what, this is what they did, you'll see that we legitimately helped save the institution.
Yeah, and I want to say something. I know there were times that y'all went over there and you helped with painting and you helped with revitalizing the dorms and doing different things. I mean, you had your feet on the ground on campus doing things physically also. So I know that you've done some things.
But we didn't paint, but we've done some other things. We didn't paint though. I just want to say that in case anybody's like taking.
Well, I'm using painting as an example. Okay. But I'm saying y'all see things need to be done and you go in there and you make it happen. Even if you didn't do nothing but buy the supplies that they needed to get it done. Now, Mr. Demetria, you want to add anything to what he just said?
Just a little. Number one, as Devron stated, we have absolutely nothing to do with the HR process at the institution at all. So did we contribute to someone getting terminated? No, because we don't have that type of power. But I will say when you make noise, people will pay attention. And we did bring a little bit of information as we discovered to light. But